Good morning, everyone. This is Ann Jeanette from AJ's Personal Touch. Welcome to anybody who is new, and welcome back to any subscribers. I was gonna just add this to my Vlogmas later, but decided no, I'm too excited and I can't wait. This is like getting a Christmas present that you just can't wait to open. I woke up to a surprise. I mean, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know when. I haven't been tracking it like I normally do. But a surprise package on the porch. I know what's in here, but I'm dying to see this. Ever since watching Crystal Bag O' Day show the bonus size mandalas when they came out, I wanted this yarn. Normally, I can't afford to get supersize anything. And it just so happened, my husband always tells me things work out the way they're supposed to. And with that in mind, I was kind of upset. Excuse me. Finished my breakfast and I had something stuck. Anyway, sorry about that. Excuse me. My husband always tells me that when something doesn't happen the way that we want it to, that God just has another plan. And I always try to put my faith in that because, especially when it comes to my health, we have had lots of instances where things don't happen the way that we expect them to. Um, my doctors always warned me before a surgery, remember this isn't a miracle. And I'm like, okay, remember who you're talking to. I'm somebody who's had so many surgeries now in my lifetime that yes, I know that. I know a surgery is not a miracle. Because it's supposed to fix something doesn't mean it's going to. And it may fix what it's supposed to fix, but it may create another problem. So, yeah, I get that. I understand. When you're dealing with your health, you gotta leave it to God sometimes. And I have learned to do that with lots of little things in my life. And you're thinking, it's just yarn, but this yarn that I'm getting ready to open, literally, and Nadine, if you are watching this, you know this. You have been here since the beginning. We both watched Crystal's video where she showed the mega rolls. We both went to look to see what was available. We hadn't talked about it with each other yet. Then we got on, we were talking with each other, and she was looking, and I believe she was thinking of buying some, but a lot of them were out already, discontinued. Well, not discontinued, but sold out. And that's what happens when there's something and there's not a lot of it, and Crystal shows it. I mean, and it's what happens when other YouTubers show it. It gets sold out. And there was this one color, because if you look at the names on the mega rolls, it seems like they've taken a lot of them from from Pokemon. I'm like, my brain's gonna just go brain fart right here for a minute. From Wizarding stuff and Pokemon and different games and things. But if I remember right, most of the ones from the Mega Rolls had to do with Pokemon. And I don't play Pokemon a lot, but I've played the game on the phone for a little bit back when I was getting out some with a friend and I was actually able to collect things at points and things. But um, just going out with my husband, it's next to impossible to collect them because he doesn't slow down for the areas. So, it's hit and miss. And that's just if you know how the game works. You understand what I'm saying. But anyway, um, I have shared with you that my daughter named her cat Mew after Mew from Pokemon. Well, another character that I love is Meowth. So yeah, there's Mew and there's Meowth. And I used to confuse it when she told me because I didn't know enough about it. I used to confuse them and think that they were the same character, but they're not. And when I saw the colorway for Meowth, I wanted it. I wanted to see it in person. I wanted to go to the store and see it and have it. But as we all know, I can't drive. And from the first day looking, it was sold out. Always sold out. Always sold out. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you are on Lion Brand's site and you see something that you really, really want, take control of that button that says notify me when you get this in. Because I have learned, especially from when they had the Santa sacks that they would put on sale that everybody was getting a couple months ago. I think I ended up getting 2 of them late in the game because they were all sold out. But the only reason why I got them is because I would hit that. And I think they had so many people who were hitting that they kept adding more later. And then adding a little more. And they would tell you if it's not there, refill it out because we may add more later. And that's how I ended up getting my sandbags. Now, one time it was because Nadine was like, I was just on there. They're on there. She notified me, She's like, I know you haven't looked at your email probably yet today. And you probably have an email telling you to go look now because she knew I'd been trying and each time I got on, they were gone. So, of course, I came on here to do this really quick unbagging, but it's got the long story behind it. That's how special this is to me. Well, I told you, it was about 2 weeks ago when I had ordered the Rewind yarn when it was on a really good sale, and then I got it in and I was all excited, and then I had a skein of the yellow that weighed so much less that I actually got my scale out, my little scale. It's a regular food scale, but it's not digital. Digital one is on my list. Hoping to get one for Christmas, or for my birthday. I always forget that when I say I'm hoping for Christmas. I also have my birthday the day before, and my family treats me. My husband and my daughter are the two that really treat me, whereas I have a birthday and Christmas. My mom tries, but she just can't always because she can't afford it. But anyway, even it's handmade something. My daughter has always tried to give me something special ever since she was a little girl for my birthday. My husband has instilled it how important it is to separate somebody's birthday from a holiday if they happen to have a birthday around a holiday. Although anytime somebody says, "Oh, you're a Christmas Eve baby," he's like, "Oh no, here we go again," And so I try not to talk about it. But yeah, when I was growing up, it was usually here, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, and they even did it backwards, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, instead of Happy Birthday, Merry Christmas. Um, and I used to get ice cream cakes from Mom before my daughter was vegan, and he would never, ever, ever get me a Christmas themed cake, and even to the point of me telling him one time, I really want a snowman. That's not really Christmas theme, that's winter theme. I really, really want a snowman, and he still never got me. But anyway, I digress, and I've scrolled all over this. Um, got that yarn. It was underweight. I got a hold of Lion Brand's customer service, which, if you ever have an issue with Lion Brand, their customer service is great. At least they have always been great to me. I know everybody has issues with every single company out there. So, not every single person is going to have a great experience. But for my 2 times that I have ever had to get in touch with them to tell them, hey, there was an issue with my order, they have been great, and they have replaced what it came damaged or replaced what came missing from my order. So I knew from my first experience that they would probably replace the yarn for me. Well, I got a message back. First, I got a message saying, okay, we're going to replace it for you, and that an order was placed for 2 balls instead of just one, because they want to make sure that you have the same dye lot so your project works, well. They were replacing both of them because I had had 2 skeins of it, not just one. And I saw that there was an order for 2 skeins of it. Then I get an email message about a couple hours later saying, we're sorry, we no longer have this yarn. So what we're going to do is give you a credit of yada, yada, yada. Enough to cover 2 skeins and shipping. Um, so it was like $18 and something. And I was like, wow. I mean, it totally surprised me because, first of all, I got it on a good sale. So I was like, well, that's nice of them. Instead of just saying, well, I'm going to return the price that you paid, they were like, I'm going to return this, that way you can get something, that you want, because everything's not always on sale. So it's like, I love that. It's thinking outside of the box. And I really love that in a company. Um, so I got the credit and I'm thinking, I'm just going to let it sit there. I'm not going to use it. There's all these deals coming up, and I'm like, I'm not going to use it this Christmas. I'm not going to just dump on it. There's nothing I really need for me right now. I already have yarn for a couple projects to make things for me. So I'll just let it set. If I need it for an order, I already have money to order yarn. If somebody orders something from me and I need to get yarn, I've already got money then that I can get some Lion Brand yarn. Being practical, I'm like, I'll just hold on to it. And she said it was good for whenever. And I wrote her back and I said, thank you very much. I said, I appreciate it. I said, I really, really wanted this yarn and I kind of needed it because the project needed 2 full skeins to complete. And I didn't know if I would be able to complete it with what I have because it specifically said 2 full skeins. So, or at least I thought I read it somewhere. If it wasn't in the pattern itself, it was in the writing of the page, because it's happened to be one of the patterns that I read everything about. When I saw it, I fell in love with it, and I knew I wanted to make it. And she had certain tricks. It's a sun hat. She had a certain way to add the stiffness in it so that the brim will stay up. So I'm like, okay, um, well, can't get that, and put the credit away. Then I get another message from her saying, well, here's the number for our outlet shop. You can call this, call it tomorrow. I think the next day was like a weekend and they were closed, or maybe it was a It came and I didn't see it until a Sunday and they were closed. Um, she's like, try here. They might have it. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. She said, but the only thing is you can't use your credit there. It doesn't work that way. And then I was thinking, okay. So I didn't call right away because I knew I didn't have the money. But as soon as I got money for the month, I called and they took care of that. Well, I just so happened to be looking through my mail like a day or two after that, and I saw um, something from Lion Brand, and it said, "Thank you." Whatever it says. I can't remember if it says "Thank you for patiently waiting." They each say something different from each company. Uh, Item that you have been waiting for is here. Um, Here's the link for it. You can go order it. Hopefully it's still there and isn't gone again. If it is gone again, please refill out the notify me. And I didn't know what to expect, but it was the yarn. It was the Meowth yarn. And I was like, it's my yarn. And not only was it my yarn, but they were having a sale that was either 35% off or 40% off of all yarn. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I was like, I should at least be able to get a ball with that money. Well, because of how much it was off, I was able to get two, and only pay $1 something extra once the tax and everything was added onto it. So I think it was 40% off. Because I know I was thinking the other day, oh no, they're having a 40% off sale now on all their mandalas. But I'm like, oh, I already have mine on the way. And this is it. And now we're going to open it. Oh, I have been so excited. Normally, oh well, I have gotten some light pinks in the past, but they've had projects in mind. Um, the Mew that I'm going to make for my daughter, the yarn for that. Um, and I had gotten a light pink that was on sale, a really good sale, to make a top for myself. And that's still back there because that was from Premier, and that will be coming more at the that it was later in the season. That's what I'm trying to get out of my mouth. No, this is it. And of course, got a sticker over it that way, words over it that way. So I have to open the bag for you to see this beautifulness. And it was kind of pale looking online, so you couldn't quite see what all the colors are. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. I was so, 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 so upset. Um, After Hobby Lobby's clearance sale, when they have the sugar wheels, which I still have never worked a sugar wheel. When they had the Jenny's galoshes that I wanted so much. And then when I would see other creators on here saying, oh, I want to make something with this, but I only got a couple. And then I'd see other people send them some Gemini's galoshes. And I mean, I even came on and said, if anybody has some and they're not going to use it, I'll pay you for it. Because I know I don't have a following like those people do. I love that colorway, but I think I am so much more in love with this. Look at this. It's got a couple of my favorite colors. We have gold on the outside, a light gold. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. And cream, not white, which is what I do, is cream. Ooh, oh, light pink into a country rosish pink. And that is my grandma. That reminds me of my grandma so much. And you guys heard me talk about that on Vlogmas yesterday. Into a brownish. And into a lighter tannish. Oh, then into a lighter tan. Almost starting to get into a butter color. And then it looks like the very middle is cream again. Isn't that just gorgeous? Look at this yarn. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I don't normally go so gaga over yarn, but look. Oh, look at that. And let me see. Okay, now this one does not land the same way. It doesn't have the same middle. But I'm not bugged by it. Look at that. It's still a beautiful skein. This one has the pink on the inside. Now, I would have liked for it to have been the same, but things happen the way they're going to happen. And I'm thinking because this ends up like that, then it's going to be time to start the pink again. So I think it's going to run right in the way that it's supposed to. Because I'll have the cream and that in there. And then I can go to this cake and start the pinks on out. Although I think it might be backwards on this one. It is so beautiful. And honestly, I've never really used a cake before. I'm going to use my first cake for my daughter's scarf that I'm making her for Christmas. And I will see how it works. So I know you can color control like Bago Day always says. But I'm going to hurry up, give you the specs for this, and get off of here because I've been talking too much, as usual. I wanted to be done before my show started, and my show has started. I don't want... I can watch the replay of it later because it is taping. But when I do that, then that puts me off at night, and I was that way last night. And I don't want to be that way again. And you're going to see me again today for Vlogmas. So, this has 10.5 ounces. I got the fiber in my throat. 10.5 ounces of yummy goodness. 300 grams. 1,181 yards per mega ball. Oh, which is 1,080 meters. Machine washable and dryable. 100% acrylic. This is a number 3. It takes a size 5 of knitting needles and a size 5 on the crochet hook. 5mm on the crochet hook. And again, the name of this gorgeousness is called Meowth. And I figured with 2, I should be able to make myself a yummy sweater. With my size, making a sweater is a big thing because it takes a lot of yarn. A lot of yarn. And I figured with the 1,000 something, I can make myself a top, a really nice top. And I find that short sleeve sweater, especially if made the right way, can keep me really warm. And the one that I made, the Flirty V, I can be wearing it this time of year with something under it and I'll stay nice and warm. When I wore it, when it was starting to be fall, I would get really warm when I was going to my doctor appointments. So yeah, it is something that I could wear now. I might get, cold at times, but I know it's also going to keep me warm. And this, I already have the smaller mandalas of the same size of the DK weight that I got in the blue pudding that I showed on a way earlier previous video when I got it. That I got to make, it's a springtime cardigan. And for me, it doesn't matter. Springtime cardigan, winter cardigan, I will wear it all year round. Um, but I had already had so many makes in progress that I just could not start it when I wanted to when I got the yarn. So I've been looking at the yarn and looking at the yarn and looking at the yarn and going, oh, I want to make it. And not able to. So, yeah, this might replace that and I might make it out of this, or I'll make it with other first and then I might come back and make it with this. Um, or there are so many sweater patterns out there that I want to make that I should have enough to make them both. Yes. So I am just so excited, as you can tell. So it started my day out wonderful. And I did start the hat for my niece-to-be. I started hers first so that I knew that I was at least making the right size. And I was waiting to get some measurements from her um, so that I can get my nephews on the hook. And I'm really liking this pattern. It seems to be an easy one once you get the little kinks, worked out. Because I really get confused sometimes with the ones that say the chain one does not count as a stitch. I still get confused with, do I start then on the very first stitch or do I skip one? And I know it means you're not supposed to skip one, but with the way they have the pattern written and where certain stitches, like specialty stitches, are supposed to lay, um, I think they have it written a bit backwards. But I was able to get it right because it's one of them. It's kind of like doing it with the moss stitch at first, but it's done with half double crochet in a chain and half double crochet in a chain. But then you come back on the next row, and it's a long half double crochet where you put in the chain part and it goes down into the row below. And it says starting with that, but if you're starting with the very first stitch, it's a half double crochet on the row, that you're working with directly under you. So it really should say start with, this is where the tech editor in me comes in. It should say start with a half double crochet, then do the long one, then do a half double. But instead you're skipping over the half double crochet. It ends up ending okay, but it doesn't tell you to skip the first stitch, which it should tell you, and it doesn't. So again, that's the tech editor in me. And yeah, once I learn something, I can't unlearn it. So even if I'm not being paid to tech edit a pattern, I'm not going to be able to not see little tiny things like that when I'm making a pattern. So the cool thing is it also makes me more aware and makes me more aware to do things like put stitch markers in every 10 stitches so that I can be more aware of what's going on in the pattern, not just get around the whole row, get to the end, count my stitches and be, oh no, I'm off one, what did I do wrong? And keep control of it before that, figure out what needs to be done, and yeah, go from there. So on that note, and now that I am almost 25 minutes late for my show starting. So this is 29 minutes. That means I had only meant to spend about 4 minutes with you guys. Oh, but I was so excited. I couldn't help it. And I hope that you forgive me for that. I always told myself I wasn't going to be one of those creators asking my audience to please forgive me, but please forgive me for that. Oh, by the way, that's Halford. You don't normally see him. You normally see Kahlua when she comes up crying and wanting in my lap. That's Halford. He's the one who was sick and that we were all praying for before. So he is doing very well. He's on a prescription food, which we're just feeding both of them. And it's not going to hurt her. It's just going to make sure that her digestion works as well as his is going to. Um, so yeah, um, Alfred. And I will talk to you guys later. And remember, you matter and you are beautiful. And I love every single one of you. And I am starting the day on a high note. And I'm so excited. And I'm going to turn the TV on in a minute. And I'm going to start crocheting. And I have dishes to do today. And I have, a couple little things. But my main thing to do today is crochet. And, oh, a couple little things on the computer. So maybe I'm not going to get to start right away. I've got two things to do on the computer that I really, really need to do. And then I can start and I'll either save patterns because I'm already on the computer or then I will crochet. Here I go squirreling and I will talk to you later. You matter. You're beautiful. I love you guys so, so, so much. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for watching. And please hit like if you like this so that others can see my videos too, that I will be more searchable. Please leave comments because it really, really helps. And I have so been enjoying commenting back to the few of you who have started leaving comments. It is just so wonderful to connect. You guys, you are part of why I am feeling as wonderful as I do today. So, thank you. And I hope you love this yummy goodness as much as I did. And, but yes, I plan on making something for myself out of this, but with whatever scraps I have left, I will be making something for my best friend who loves the color pink. So, yeah. I want to dig into it for her for Christmas, but no, that is going to be a sweater for me, and then it can be something for her. um, I might actually get more of this colorway when there is another good sale. So I'm so tempted to go buy some right now on the 40% off, but it's Christmas time. And there comes a time where we say, okay, all cutoffs where you do not buy anything for yourself unless business related. So I could say it's business related, but not really. So anyway, love you guys. Talk to you later.